This is one of my favorite parts of Open House, the Montco student panel. So we have four Montco students with us here today: an Ivy League transfer, an adult learner, a guest student, and a student athlete. These students are going to discuss their Montco journey and how it has positively impacted their life both at school and at home. So the very first student whose microphone I'm hoping can be opened up and we have talking with us today is going to be Blessing. And Blessing, she's an Ivy League transfer. Blessing, if you can hear me, won't you open your mic and let's hear from you and your experience here at Montco.
Great. Thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Loud and
Okay.
clear.
Awesome. Thank you. Um, yeah, I wanted to tell you guys my experience. My name is Blessing Osazua. Before Montco, I was a college dropout, working odd jobs, uncertain about the future. I knew that I eventually wanted to pursue a bachelor's degree in music, but my first college campus experience was traumatic and I hadn't attended school in over 2 years. I knew that the best way for me to succeed was to attain an associate's degree from Montgomery County Community College. Montco prepared me for the school I attend now and helped me with important resources along the way. Many resources, even besides academic, such as the food pantry, transportation. Montco really cares about their students in every way. Um, right now, I attend Columbia University in the city of New York. I didn't do that well in high school, and I knew that if I was going to apply to top tier schools, I would need to prove myself academically. Montco gave me the opportunity to do that. The classes are rigorous, and in addition to taking classes pertaining to my major, which is music, I took core curriculum classes that made me well versed in the arts and sciences. According to a recent article from the New York Times, elite four-year schools are increasingly finding a pool of applicants from community colleges. My story was unique and filled with trials and triumphs, and I applied to Columbia, Princeton, UPenn, Georgetown, and Stanford, and I got into Columbia. The transfer process for me was a bit challenging. The idea of returning to a four-year school was a little intimidating to me, but I had help. My academic advisor at Montco always encouraged me, saying they knew I could be accepted into an Ivy League school. With COVID-19, it was definitely harder. I sent in my Montco transcripts, high school transcripts, SAT scores, which were horrible as I took them 5 years ago, and letters of recommendations from my professors. My Montco transcript really is what saved me, as well as my professors and advisors from Montco. Um, why should you attend Montco? Well, let me tell you, based on my story, Montco momentum is not just a catchy phrase, it's the real deal. For one, depending on where you are, it's close to home and accessible by public transportation. Two, it's affordable. Why pay all that money when you get great education at Montco? Three, it's community oriented. You will meet people of different ages and backgrounds, broadening your experiences and views on life. Four, you will get a quality education, and the professors are passionate about teaching. Five, help is always available in more ways than one. There are tutors for multiple subjects, and guidance is always provided. So I would really encourage you all to attend Montco, choose Montco. Montco has been a blessing to me. Thank you for letting me share my story.
Wow. Blessing, thank you so much for sharing that courageous story. And I mean, that's inspiring so much. And even thank you for spending this time with us today. And hopefully that was able to uplift someone and encourage someone who's here joining us today. So thank you so much. You are what my students say, thebomb.com. You rock. Next, I'll introduce one of our esteemed students, Sarah DeSantis. She's an alum here at Montgomery County Community College. Sarah, please open your mic and join us today. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Michael. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am, loud and clear.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, thank you so much. Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to be here with you for the open house today. So thank you so much. As Michael said, my name is Sarah DeSantis Rudich. I am a Montco alum. I also work for the college, so I have these two blessings really on me there. I want to take us briefly back in time. I want to take us back to the fall of 1997, which maybe some of you were not around at all. But at that time, A Candle in the Wind by Elton John was the top song. The movie Titanic had broken box office records, and gas was $1.03. I was a senior at Cheltenham High School. I was the oldest of four with working parents. And I was looking at college. I had applied to both Penn State and Westchester and Temple University. I had received some scholarships from all of those three, but I was still going to have to find about $20,000 to be able to attend any of those three there. So I was looking at having to take out student loans to finish that shortfall. That $20,000 sum scared me. At 17 years old, I had no idea if I was going to be able to pay that off. And the stigma of community college was also there at the time. So a lot of my friends were going to Drexel, they were going to Westchester, they were going to Penn State main campus. There were only a couple of my classmates that were looking at Montco as well. My fear of not being able to pay that $20,000 in student loans really was greater than the stigma I had about going to Montco. So I attended an open house and I was blown away with what Montco had, the programs they had. But they also had started a new pilot program with Temple University. Again, this was 1997, 1998. And this program was called the Dual Admissions Program, where I could take my classes at Montco and graduate with an associate's degree and then transfer directly into Temple as a junior. And I jumped at that opportunity. So in May of 2000, I graduated from Montco with an associate's degree in secondary education, and I transferred directly to Temple as a junior with all of my classes transferring right in. So after 4 years of higher education, when I graduated in 2002 from Temple with a BA, I had 2 degrees, and I only had $5,000 in student loan debt, and that really all came from Temple for books and fees. So Montco helped me get started in my professional career. By the time I graduated in May of 2000 from higher education, I was able to get started in finding a house and buying a car because I didn't have this large student loan debt around my neck. After 16 years as working as an executive in the nonprofit sector after I graduated from Temple, I had an opportunity come up to come and work for Montco, and I jumped at that opportunity. To come and work for my alma mater and be an advocate for students now that are looking for support through scholarships. So I get to go and talk with corporations and donors to help find that scholarship support for our students currently at Montco. So I'm so blessed to be able to be working here at Montco. It was a wonderful step for me personally, and I really hope that you would take a look at Montco, the programs, the technology, the community focus that we have. It really, really speaks to the quality of education and the quality experience that you will get here. So Michael, that's it for me. I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Oh, that's awesome. And I tell you what, Sarah, I miss the days of $1.03 per
Me
gallon
too.
for gas.
Me too.
The good days. No, thank you so much for sharing and being with us today. You're a rock star for that. And next, I'd like to introduce Fantasia Jones, who is a student athlete here at Montco. Fantasia, thanks for being here with us.
Me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. I'm Tasia. That's what I like to be called. I am on the varsity sports team here at Montco, and I've been on the team since last year. This is my second year here at Montco, and my major is criminal justice. My favorite part about being a Mustang athlete is social interaction we have with teammates and the other players. Because usually I'm a quiet person, so when I joined the team, it all changed. And now I can talk freely without being judged or feeling awkward. Well, next I want to talk about balancing. balancing being an athlete and a student is like real challenging. I'm a single mom. I have 4 kids and a dog, and I go to school full time. Like it's a lot, but it can be done. So the way I manage being an athlete and a student and mom and everything else is using a calendar, and that helps me organize what I need to get done, like my assignments or my appointments, anything that needs to be done, competitions. So it helps ease that. And Monco has been a positive experience for me because the staff are very friendly and supportive. When I first attended another college back in 2008, when I first graduated high school, I did not have a good experience at all. They never showed me anything to succeed. They just said, okay, go do it yourself. And I didn't know what to do. So when I came here, I just was like, yeah, this is where I need to be. And it's so far. I don't want to leave. But lastly, the most important thing I want to say is I don't like to give up, and I don't want to give up. I just think that winning is not everything, and it is challenging being a student athlete and going to competitions and everything. But if you win, winning is not everything. Like we all want to win, but if we lose, it's not the end of the world. So the more we practice, it's a learning experience. So the more we practice, the better we'll get.
No, that's fantastic, Tasia. And just for the record, what's your sport again?
Esports. League.
Okay, wow, there you go. So right from the convenience of your home. So kudos to you. You gave us some fantastic tips, especially around balance. And I think that was a big deal. Many folks in a remote environment, I think that's huge, Tasia. So thanks so much for sharing those items and for being with us here today. And lastly, I'd like to introduce Josh. Josh, welcome. Thank you for being here as an adult learner. We'd love to hear from you and share some perspective from you as well, sir. Thank you for being here. Open your mic, and we're love to hear from you.
I'm a business student now at Montgomery County Community College. I'll be graduating in December, and I'll be transferring to Temple. I want to start off with saying that I think the diversity of the backgrounds of the people who spoke before me, my fellow students, and I'll be fellow alumni one day. I mean, I think the diversity in background, but the consistency of having that positive experience coming out of really speaks volumes to why this is such a great place to start your education or even come back into education as an adult. I took a little bit of a break after high school, and coming back into school wasn't something that I was so confident about doing. And coming to Monco really has given me an option to, like, it was affordable, it was flexible, and the people really cared, it being a smaller school. I would say if you're working or if you have other responsibilities, Monco is definitely one of the best places I know in the area to start. And as I said before, because the flexibility, because the diversity of the people who are here. My experience as a non-traditional student has been really great because it's allowed me to do all the things. It allowed me to have a job while I work a job, and then when we went remotely, it let me adapt to that and be involved in other ways. And all these life lessons and these great examples I've got from other people who have been through similar things as me. And I stay organized and motivated just by keeping organized, keeping on tracks. There's so many people who are out there to help you out. There's resources. We have events and workshops in so many different ways. If you're struggling to keep organized or to keep on track, and that's really helped me that school life balance. I would say I think finally involvement's really great. Your flexibility is really great. Your affordability is really great. And then your options afterwards are really great. I think those are the main reasons why, for me, that Monco has been a great place to be.
Absolutely. No, thank you for that, Josh. So I heard organized again. I heard utilizing those resources and then the options after Monto. So I'm very grateful that I had the chance to hear directly from our students because there's nothing I can say that can give a clearer picture than the folks who are actually in the seats, learning the content, taking advantage of the resources and the things that Monco have available every single day. So thank you so much, you all. I don't know if you can hear it, but I am clapping for you on this end. You rock.